Hey guys, you're watching BTech. I'm Basil and I've got my hands on the Razer Phone. This could be the best gaming phone in the world. The stereo speakers are mind-blowing. It looks like, well, a really aggressive beast with a beautiful Quad HD screen with a 120 Hz refresh rate. Before I jump into that, a quick shout out to our sponsors, directmobiles.co.uk, delivering award-winning customer service and excellent deals for over 23 years, and Filofax, giving tablets the world over a leg to stand on with the AnyTab 360. And now back to the Razer Phone. This is a heavy device, 5.7-inch screen, metal, just under 200 grams, but it's heavy in a pretty good way if you're a gamer. You've seen my videos, you all know I like my bezels when I game. I like my top and bottom bezels for stereo speakers. It's a trade-off that is well worth it for me personally. In addition, this has a USB-C at the base. No 3.5mm headphone jack, but there is an adapter with a 24-bit DAC in the box, which is a sweet deal. Left-hand side, you've got the power button, the volume buttons up at the top. You've got a microphone right-hand side. Same kind of fingerprint scanner power button setup as found on the next bit, very similar to that found on Sony devices. Around the back are two cameras, 12 megapixels across each. You've got an f1.7 lens on the primary camera. There is no optical image stabilization on here, though it is the same sensor found on the Samsung Galaxy S7, which was an excellent camera, so that bodes very well. You've also got a Razer logo on the back as well, but this is going to have a limited edition green variant that will come with your phone if you get it pre-ordered on launch day. And so that's the design of this phone. It's a flat-sided beefcake, but when I tell you about the battery under the hood, you will understand why it's a beefcake. But I'm going to leave that for a second and talk about this screen, because this screen is perfect for gamers. Why? It's not the size, although 5.7 inches is nice and big. It's not the resolution, although Quad HD is really nice and sharp. It's not really the technology in terms of the fact it's an IPS display. It's an IGZO display from Sharp. Oh no, it's the fact it's got a 120 Hz refresh rate. So 120 frames per second games are going to look stellar. And Razer, being Razer, has partnered with a lot of game developers in order to give you exactly that. Even if games aren't necessarily optimized, they will be able to eke more than the average frame rate out of the games. So it's running Android 7, not the latest version of Android. Android 8 should be launching in Q1 next year. And like I said, there will be partnerships. Anyone remember Shadowgun? Came out ages ago. Shadowgun will be launching their new game with this phone, in addition to the new Final Fantasy chapter-based RPG as well, which is the one I'm super excited about. There'll also be a couple of others, but for me, it's all about first-person shooters like Shadowgun and RPGs. Suffice to say, you need a lot of space in your phone for a lot of games, and this has 64 gig onboard storage, as well as micro SD card expandability, which is cool, because Snapdragon 835 under the hood means you've got all the power that you could want, and it's going to be relatively battery efficient. Am I going to talk about that battery? Not just yet, because I need to talk about the camera. So you can see as I fire up the camera, it activates with a really simple UI. You point, you shoot, you tap, you take, and in the settings on the left-hand side, there's very little in terms of manual controls. But one awesome thing is that Razer has unlocked the camera API to support for raw and manual shooting. So if you are indeed a photographer, like your long exposures, you can download a third-party application that lets you take advantage of that. Any eagle eyes will also spot this is not stock Android, but it looks like stock Android. What could it be? Check out the settings and you will see Nova settings right there. So Nova Launcher runs on as a skin on this, and that means that you can customize the sweet Mary out of this thing. It's pretty sweet. And what else? You're going to be able to get special themes on here in partnership with the games that are going to launch exclusively on launch day of the device, Final Fantasy and Shadowgun, to name but a few. Okay, so we've got the processor, Snapdragon 835, 64 gig storage, LTE, launching in the UK exclusively on 3. In fact, launching in Europe exclusively on 3, and available through the Razer store. $699 in the US, 699 sterling in the UK, and 4,000 milliamps of battery. So that is pretty much the best battery to screen ratio that is around on a mainstream market device. And that's going to be handy because you'll be gaming a lot on this, and you'll also be listening a lot on this. The speakers on this thing are off the chart. I'm not even being hyperbolic. Did a sound comparison with the iPhone 8 Plus, and this blew it out of the water. The iPhone 8 Plus is excellent as far as audio goes. There's Dolby Atmos tuning on here. And I'm really tentative to play the demo because it's totally going to drown me out. There's a 3D effect to the audio. I mean, you can be behind it and it will still play. So you can see I'm at 50% volume now. I'm going to get a bit louder, like 75% volume. And it's penetrating my ears. Do I go to 100? Yeah, let's do it. It sounds like it's in my brain. That's so good. That's so, so good. So when you're gaming, this is going to be truly stupendous. Right, can stop that. I mean, I'm stoked for this. Is it the perfect phone? Maybe not if you're an absolute camera fiend and need that OIS and all that stuff, but you've got a dual camera phone, one with a 2x zoom, one with a single zoom. It's going to be competent in that department with an S7 sensor. You've got a really, really solid feeling device with the flat sides that make it pretty perfect for gaming, and you've got that massive battery and stacks of power under the hood, complete with 8 GB of RAM, which is something that I haven't mentioned. Pair that with 120 Hz refresh rate, and one thing that is really nice about the Razer phone is that it differentiates. Hopefully that you found this video interesting. A phone that's slightly different, albeit with a lot of things that we've seen before just squished into one very attractive package. If you did enjoy this video, click that thumbs up button. If you like the channel, subscribe. That's how you stay on top of everything that we do here at BTech. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you fire any comments, thoughts, feelings in the comments section below.